All right, so you can see how the pendulum comes over here and then all of a sudden the next swings back here, and this affects how we work together. So we're coming from very different places in the workplace. And so these trends, even though
Laura Barron is president of the Barron Group, a consulting firm founded in 1994 that specializes in developing leaders, improving employee productivity, and building strong customer relationships.
One thing I wanted to tell you on that is actually Gen Y loves structure. They have not been given a lot of structure by some of their parents and some of the school systems, but they like it. And if you will give them boundaries and structure and really have consequences, they really line up. It's amazing.
Throughout the United States, the Barron Group provides workshops and seminars and facilitates executive and management retreats, all customized to meet clients' specific needs. Ms. Barron's high energy and real-world approach engages the audience and inspires them to apply what they've learned.
Now, why are we going into what happened when they were growing up? And the reason we're doing that is what happened when we were growing up, and all of us are in different generations, affects our value system and how we see the world and what we want out of the world. So it really does have a lot to do with why we act the way we do. And if we don't consider that, then that's how we misunderstand each other. The other thing I really want to put up front, and this is something interesting. We have more stay-at-home moms now in this X group than we ever had in boomers that were fighting to get into the workplace.
Laura Barron earned her BS and MBA from the University of Tennessee. She is a member of the National Speakers Association and in 1990 was named National Business Woman of the Year by American Business Women's Association.
I am a boomer, if you're already wondering what generation. Don't call me old, that really insults a boomer. We are not old. Veterans are old. Every one of these generations can be very successful and very achieving. They're going to do it very differently, and that's the key. That we have to learn what are their motivators, what really are they into, and how do we give them the flexibility to achieve the way they want to, because we need the end results. But they're not going to do it the way we did it as a boomer. They're not going to do it the way a veteran did it. We're not going to do it the way they would do it. So it's a mutual respect I'm trying to get you to today. It's really that we will understand each other. So what is the typical training that you do, just when they first walk in the door? Filing. Do you keep them past lunch, or do they already leave? We don't have any, bunnies dropping across the stage or anything exciting for them. So there's a lot going on. Now, what's really interesting is this group is pressured to succeed. Their parents are really well educated, the best educated sets of parents that's ever been are the parents of these, and they are pressured to succeed. Therefore, they grow up stressed and overprogrammed from the day they show up. How many of you are parents, have kids this age group? Okay. And I have two nieces and a granddaughter in this age group. And we're responsible for part of this because they have been told they're special, that they're unique, they're wonderful all their life. So when they show up in your office, they expect to be treated special. This particular age group, the Gen Y, like teamwork. They like to work with each other. And one of the things that some of my clients have found that keep them in a particular job is to hire their buddies. These two tables and maybe these two and kind of make this table and this one. And I want you to come up with, because you're a mixture of generations right here, what are the things other generations drive you crazy with? What are the frustrations you run into in the workplace that really is some of this generations colliding stuff, all right? But do you want your ideas, how do you want them to handle them? How do how do other people take your ideas because you're so young? And she looks really young. She's 5 feet, petite. She said, well, I want respect. I'm smart. And I said, okay, what about their ideas? Well, and what about the people you work with? Well, they have to earn my respect. And I thought that was hilarious. They want respect when they walk in the door, and they expect it. But they are not going to give it to you all until you earn it. The bridging the gap, this bridge that we're trying to put together at work, is one-on-one-on-one. You can't do it as a whole generation. I hate to tell you that, but you have to do it one-on-one. That one person in your office, that one person in the other department that you have to work with, that's a different generation, you've got to build that relationship one-on-one, because every one of them is different, just like you're different. So she got a ski boat for the summers just to kind of make sure that they were having some things he liked to do, and she's a skier, water skier. But she had these rules. She said, now, the one rule is, I'm only 5 feet, and you guys are huge. And I can't have an accident on the water when I'm the only adult there, because I can't get you back in the boat. You know, I'm really in trouble. And so she said, nobody puts a toe out of the cockpit of the boat when it's moving. Till I kill the motor and say you can get in the water, you don't get in the water, period. Well, that went on pretty good, till one day they had slowed way down and she's getting ready to stop it, and one boy immediately off the boat into the water. You know, going to push that envelope. This Y group will push. Well, got in the water. She turned around, she said, get back in the boat. As soon as he got in, she started up. She said, we're going back to the dock, we're not skiing today. She had 6 boys on there. They're going, but we didn't do anything. Doesn't matter. I told all of you that the first time anybody did, we're not skiing. And she looked at the brother, and he had a brother in the boat. She said, and you can never ski with us again, ever. And that was it. Well, he begged for 6 months. Finally, about 9 months later, she said, are you ever going to get out of the boat when it's moving? Nope. Well, now they do the boundaries. Next time they get on the boat with all these kids, and he's the first one on it, and they have a new guy, they tell the rules. She doesn't even open her mouth. And they look at her and they go, she means it. So what I'm telling you is, if we have consequences, most of the time we've let the consequences budge. So my whole thing is build your relationships one by one. We do have to bridge this gap. Where is the workforce coming from? Unless we can work forever, you're going to be hiring out of this group.
For more information, visit www.laurabarron.com or call Laura at 865-690-6948.